I'm Chef Jake Linzenmayer. I'm the chef of 4 restaurants here in Telluride, Colorado. On my days off, I like to head into the backcountry and cook with all my friends. We work pretty hard here all week in our restaurants and kitchens. But this week, you're going to join us at the Alta Lakes Observatory outside of Telluride, where we're going to hike, snowmobile, and ski before we head into our kitchen and cook a great meal. Welcome to the Chef's Day Off with Jake Linzenmayer. Come on, Capucho. Mush, mush.
Shake it, baby. Shake it now. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it now. Shake it, baby. Shake it now. Shake it, baby.
We'll go ahead and get the smoked trout pot pies started, and if you could go grab the beer in the snow,
Great.
that'd be awesome.
Beer.
For the main course, I've got some roast ducks, and we're going to do those on the big fireplace. I've got a rotisserie. So we'll do that. We'll have a little duck leg confit separately from that, but we're going to start off with some smoked trout pot pies. So a little bit of puff pastry with kind of a smoked trout chowder with some Colorado trout. Then we're going to have a frisee salad with some roasted beets, some bacon lardons, which are basically a fancy word for bacon. I've got some crispy phyllo brie, and what I do is I take a little piece of brie, wrap it up in phyllo, sear it off in a pan, and we've got a little peonia cherry chutney. We get those great cherries out of peonia.
Oh my God,
So
it
that'll
sounds
be
so
nice.
good.
And then we'll go out and maybe do another ski tour or do a snowmobile ride and come back, and then I've got Rocky Road fondue that we're gonna have. So with some marshmallows, some toasted pecans. Hey, Cece, how was it?
In here?
Right
Oh,
on.
it's great.
You ready to help me
Wow,
out?
Of course I'm ready to help
All
you.
right. No worries. We're not doing anything hard here. It's going to be easy. We're starting out with the smoked trout pot pies. So we're basically making a smoked trout chowder. The pineapple is not near as intimidating as you think it's going to be. So just get rid of the top, get rid of the bottom, and then just skin it from the outside first. Just straight down. And you kind of want to take it down to where you don't see any more of the dark spots. I'm going to hand over the pineapple to you. Finish taking off the skin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to skewer it on this skewer, which is going to go above our ducks on the rotisserie. While you're doing the pineapples, I'm going to go ahead and get started on our smoked trout puff pastry. Yeah. So I'm going to throw a little bit of butter in here, and then I'm also going to throw a little bit of olive oil in. And the olive oil will actually temper the butter a bit so that the butter won't brown. We'll go ahead and throw our red onion in. We're going to go ahead and throw our celery in. And then we're going to throw our carrots in. And I'm going to wait on the potatoes, Cece, because I still want them to have some texture to them.
Okay.
And I don't want them to overcook. So we're going to get that nice and hot.
Already smells so good.
You've got the pineapple on there.
It's probably not, perfect.
No, that's perfect work. While that's working, we're going to go ahead and skewer the ducks. Now that we've got this working here, so we're gonna let these cook down a little bit, and then right before we're ready for the potatoes, we're gonna deglaze with a little bit of white wine, add the potatoes, add the cream, and we're gonna use clam juice for this. So grab those ducks for me, and we'll go ahead and get ready to skewer them up. Okay. Put this on here. Now I've already just roasted these off a little bit in the oven to get them started.
Okay.
Just to get us ahead a little bit, because putting them in front of the fire would take 2 or 3 hours. So I had them in the oven. We've got them out. Now I'm going to skewer them. But by putting them in front of the fire now, we'll get the pineapple flavor and we'll also get that great smoky flavor. All right, I'm going to roll up my sleeves here and skewer these ducks. This is a little bit of a challenge. What you want to do is put the skewer through.
Hey guys.
Hey, Susie.
Hi, Susie. How's it going?
How was it?
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Another terrible day in paradise out there?
Yeah, I bet.
Right on. Okay, and so this will go right into the back of the bird. And a lot of times with multiple rotisseries, like we're doing here with the pineapple, they'll put different products one over the other. So if you want to flavor what's below it, there you go. So we got this. We're gonna put a little more heat on this before we grab the wine.
So you have these on pretty. This is on pretty.
Just
hot
had it on a low simmer, and then.
And now we're
thanks,
kind
sir.
of flashing it.
Cheers.
Getting it real hot.
Cheers.
Hey, buddy. Cheers.
And so, Conrad, I'm also going to need your help. We're going to cut out the little puff pastry tops for this, for our pot pies. Okay? So, Cece, if you could grab a little bit of the puff pastry, it's on top of the fridge. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of wine here to our mirepoix. Now, mirepoix, remember, is the holy trinity of carrots, celery, and onions. Going to be a quiz later. We're going to go ahead and add our potatoes in now. Stir those in. And then we're going to add a little bit, actually not a little bit, we're going to add a lot of heavy cream. And then bring the heat back up on that to help it thicken up. All right, Conrad, if you could help Cece stem those, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the puff pastries, and we'll move right on. We're just going to lay the leaves in there, no stems, fold it back up, and then cut them out to the side of the puff pastry.
As much as I love you, Jake, I'm going to let you handle this.
Yes, you think she's got it?
I think she's
All right,
got it.
right on. Well, on your way out then, Conrad, if you could take these
That's
for
so
me,
smooth.
and then
He was playing with that from the moment he brought you the beer. He was
perfect.
like,
Well, it's still dumping out there, so why don't you maybe go take another couple laps. Okay, we're just going to open this right up, because what we're making is a compounded dough, and we're going to layer in the herbs and then refold it so that when it cooks, we've got these layers of tarragon in there. Now I've got this smoked ruby red trout, so we're just going to add some of this in here, and we're adding this at the end because there's so much smoke flavor in this that it'll dominate the dish if you add it too early. You don't want to add too much salt to smoked food because then it compounds that smoked flavor when you add salt.
Okay.
And as you've got your leaves in there, we'll just kind of spread them out. And then what we can do is just fold that back up. So we have
just in the center?
yeah, just in the center, because we're gonna compound the dough. The first layer of dough, put it over like that, and then take the second layer of dough, just like that.
Like folding a letter.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we're gonna use this as a die, or a stencil, as you say, and just go ahead and cut right around. Okay. Now don't worry if some of the leaves come out. That's okay. And what we get is our little puff pastry lid.
Okay.
All right, we're ready to throw these in the oven. 'Cause those guys should be back from skiing. You know, maybe they got 10 runs in. And so we got these basted, and our oven's hot, and we're going to toss them right in there. And we want to get them in there pretty quick because we don't want them to absorb a lot of the moisture from the bottom because they won't puff up as much.
And that was just egg, no salt or anything else?
No,
right?
no.
Pure egg.
No, we'll worry about the salt later if we need to. So about 400 degrees, and we may have to turn it down, but at least we'll get a nice brown start on them, okay?
Great.
There, those are ready. And we're ready to put our ducks in front of the fire. Wow, these are perfect.
Oh, they're great.
Let's get these out of the way, and then everybody's coming in from skiing. So,
I got the beans out, but I don't know
hey,
how.
Susie, come on in. Conrad, right on. Paul's here. So just slide them in on the side, and we'll just go ahead and hand them out. So once again, we've got a smoked trout puff pastry with a little bit of tarragon, and it's basically made of chowder. So what I call it is a smoked trout pot pie. All right. So while we're having these, we'll just go ahead. The ducks are on the fire. We'll go ahead and get the table set if you guys will help me, and then we'll move on and have a little dinner, and maybe we'll have some fondue afterwards. I've got Rocky Road fondue.
That's delicious.
Conrad, you can tell me if it sucks. Steady with the duck. Yummy.